everybody. This is a Lamley preview set to hit Walmart's very, very soon. If not now, it is the brand new Hot Wheels Premium Diorama set. I think it's called the Diorama set. I have no idea. It's just their premium set. Nissan is the theme, but unlike the first premium set they ever did, which was a Nissan theme, of course, this one runs with GT-R, and what a set it is. Highly anticipated since it was first shown. It's a unique set in that all the cars share the same, they're the same car, just different generations, all in plain white with dark rims. We'll get to it. Before I get to that, and Hot Wheels did send that set to me, which when they send it to me, it means it's in the distribution center, which means it's going to be in Walmart's very soon, but I never showed this set, and I need to get through it very, very quickly, and I will. I just want to give it some proper attention, and I'm not going to just like blow it off because I don't like it as much. I actually quite like it. In fact, I think it's not getting enough credit and enough due, but it has already been out for a while, so I'm just going to bust through it really, really quickly. This is the muscle car set. This seems to be almost throwback to what I would call the muscle car age of Hot Wheels, which was the late 2010 or 2000s, you know, like 2005 to maybe 2010. They did some great muscle car sets, highlighted in premium by Vintage Racing and a couple of other sets that came out right after that, around 2009, 2010, 2011. Vintage Racing remains one of the legendary Hot Wheels sets that didn't do well when it first came out. Only 30 cars made, all ultra premium, ultra meaning full decos, a lot of licensed decos, you know, metal chassis and real rider tires. That now has become quite the thing for collectors from today to try and collect. It's very difficult to do because the cars are scarce and they're expensive. I was lucky to put a set together over a few years. I completed it a few years ago, and I'm very happy to have it. But this set seems to be a bit of a throwback to that. Mopar, Chevy, and Ford. You can't get much more muscly than that, right? When all three are represented. And I'll just walk through it real quickly. Of course, the retro rig is the truck. Very cool truck. We've seen it in several American-themed, muscle-themed, gasser-themed team transport sets. This one, Pony Rides, is the theme. Gold. I like the gold cab. I just like the vintage look of it. I think it's a very cool transporter, and it's a perfect one for this particular set. Moving on, this is what I really like about this set. Is if you look at these decos, I don't know if any of them are actually based on real licensed decos from like that Trans Am era, but you're seeing this kind of homage to them. This number 70 Challenger in red, if you look at it, clearly reminds me from Vintage Racing. The number 77 still is the only time that they've done this body with this really cool splitter on the front. And I haven't seen it since. I wonder if the tool is destroyed or something like that. But obviously this Challenger in the muscle car set just has a very similar look to this one. It's not as detailed, but same rims, everything else that just kind of says, yeah, we're saying hello to Vintage Racing when you look at the number 70 in red and all that kind of stuff. I just think it's a very cool casting. So you move from Mopar over to Camaro. I did actually go into Vintage Racing and found Old Reliable here. And if you notice, the wheels are similar. All these are chrome. This casting is not the same, but you can see that there is, you know, clearly a look. Now, obviously, this more drag style is going to be, you know, it's very different than the 70 Camaro. It was used to be called the Camaro Race, I think is what the title was. But this Vintage Racing version, it just kind of seems like, hey, this one looks very appropriate. That just kind of basic deco. The color looks right. The wheels look right. Those mag style rims on it. Even in gray, I think it looks right. And I just think that Camaro is fantastic. And having this premium along with the Super Treasure Hunt, I'm happy with those two, with that casting. And finally, the 65 Mustang 2 Plus 2 Fastback. Another one that's been seen. It's been a Super Treasure Hunt. We've seen it mostly in basic, but it came out too, not in Vintage Racing, but soon thereafter in the Hot Wheels Racing series, where they did several Mustangs, and I think you even saw this is when they were doing the Boss Mustang that we've seen in premium quite a bit, including the membership car. But this one came with that, and again, this one has that Vintage Racing look to it. And while this blue one, number 89, doesn't look necessarily like this deco, you can see some similarities in that, only in the era of the deco, and I think this one is very cool too. So don't sleep on this set. I think it is fantastic, deserves some attention. If you haven't purchased it, get to your Walmart and purchase it. All right, let's get to the Nissan set. We'll just take a look at the packaging very, very quickly. Nissan is the theme. We've seen this, obviously it was the first set was a Nissan theme too. This one is very different, although the hauler is the same. The background is the same, we'll show that. Let's just look at the box here. Nothing to really look at on the bottom unless you want that, but you're gonna have to look upside down. Here is the back, you can see the cars. Very excited to open these up. There's your hauler. We just need to get this thing out of the box. Box, you're done. But you can see in the background here, which is kind of cool. You can see, if you remember the Nissan set, you remember this was kind of a garage, and in the background you saw a lot of Nissan cars, the Laurel, the Skyline wagon. They're still there. It's just the lights are off, or it's dusk and the sun is coming through, something like that. But it looks very, very cool, especially with the white cars in the foreground. GT-R on the ground there, if you can see it. We just need to get these cars opened up. All right, we are ready to go. 3 Skylines, opening them up, and I'm just amazed. This set is absolutely beautiful. Let's get the truck out of the way. The hauler is awesome, but I don't think we're here for the hauler. And like I said, it's very similar to the old one. They used the same Nissan logo on the side. Wheels are different. Obviously, the cab is the same in white. I don't know if anything on the front. Everything looks pretty similar, other than the fact that the bed is blue on the old one and white on the new one, and obviously the mag wheels are a little bit different, but other than that, it's kind of cool. You get this little fleet of Nissan haulers. Let's just move that back to where it goes. All right, this is very cool. Signature look for the Skyline. White Skylines, dark rims. We've seen a lot like this. In fact, it's kind of a signature look for Nissans, kind of a JDM thing. I mean, there's a lot, just that clean look. And I thought, okay, I could go with the maybe white car, black rim Hall of Fame, and there was several cars that I could go with, but I just decided to do the 2 Nissans. Let's start with this one first, the S15 that came in. This was in Car Culture, right? So about a year or 2 ago. I don't even remember the mix. But this was the first white with black rims. It had the new 6-spoke rims, Real Riders on it. Looked very cool. And I remember asking Jimmy about like cars that we could just do, and he goes, oh, don't worry, the plain white cars with the dark rims are coming. S14 is also in that white car Hall of Fame, and I think is fantastic. This one started off a little slow in my opinion because it had those funny Fast and Furious decos on it, which I'm not too fond of, but really hit its peak with this white version with the black rims. And now we have 3 Skylines to join the family. In fact, let's just move this over here. We'll add our 2 family members right there, and let's just go from left to right and start with the R34. Now, we've already done the white cars with the dark rims, but we got to go premium family. I went ahead and skipped. I thought about going convention and RLC, but this is a different casting, opening, the opening hood and the engine and all that stuff. So I just went with the 3 previous premium versions. Fast and Furious has been a core for this casting. It started in blue and Hot Wheels Entertainment. This was several years ago, and I think there might have been 2 releases of this one. Wheels are okay on this one, but the blue is a fantastic color. So we had it in blue to start. Then, of course, the Fast and Furious version. Wheels look really good on this one. We have seen so many versions of this particular R34 in this Fast and Furious Paul Walker styling with the blue stripes and everything. Very much that era. Cool to have. In fact, I collect this entire casting, so I have all of the previous releases, and I think there's a 5-pack version coming again or something like that, or maybe a special Walmart version, but all I need is this really nice premium version. And then we follow up with the recent Team Transport release, the Nismo version, Nismo, with the 6 spokes, which look fantastic in black with the Nismo deco, and I thought, okay, the R34, outside of those RLC versions, I don't know how you can get better than this one. But I think Hot Wheels did. Here it is in the premium version, and it got the 10 spokes, and it looks amazing. I would have been stoked to have some of the newer Real Riders that they've done, like the 6 spokes that they've used before, even the, the 5 spokes that we're going to see on the R33, but these 10 spokes on the R34, I mean, I might even, I still have to go with the RLC purple version as my favorite, but this white one with the 10 spokes is amazing. So that is the first one, R33 in white with dark rims, noticing the theme. Let's walk through the premium. This one started in basic like the R34. Good versions in basic. Kind of a rough start with this one. I mean, this is obviously, it's cool because it went premium. This is what I love about Fast and Furious. I may not like the releases that much in the decos, but it does create a lot of cool castings and brings a lot of cool ones into premium. So I have to be happy with this yellow one, even though I don't think it's that really good looking, to be honest. Nismo from Boulevard. This one was the top release, just like the R34 for me. Probably topped again, but still fantastic. I mean, how can you get much better than that one in the Nismo Deco? Think it's great in gray, and then I like the wheels on this one. All right, moving on. Check this out. Isn't it just... Of the three, I mean, the R34 is fantastic. We'll look at the R32, but even as much as I love the R34 and say it's my favorite premium release, I might like this R33 even better with the 5-spoke rims on it. It's just so cool. There's nothing to say about this. Other than when you got these kind of cool castings, we need versions like these. And that's why I love that they were all released together. Oh, look, it's in white with dark rims, and it looks fantastic. Let's move it down. Now this one's been strong. Fast and Furious, what a debut. No deco on this one. They just did it in black. Now these are like cousin cars, right? This black version with the white one, because they look so similar. But this version is so cool. In black with the 6-spoke rims on it. Not much to say about this one other than I just think it looks fantastic in black, and this is where I really love Fast and Furious, because it brings the casting to premium and it looks great. So that black version is super cool. Put that right here, and then it just gets even better. Now this is tight competition, because HKS, how can you beat that, right? HKS livery, they went all out on this one too, because it's very hard for a Hot Wheels, even in premium, like non-RLC premium, to do something wrapped like this. But they did, and it looks so cool. And we've seen HKS kind of pop up a couple more times since then, including on the R34 Hot Wheels ID that we just recently showed. And then finally, the recent release from Team Transport in Advan livery. I mean, this one's just running strong. Sitting on the 5-spokes, so we can go back to the 6 spokes because it got the 5 spokes in the Advan version, which looks super cool as well. I think the wheel choices, if they're going to go different wheels on each car, they did it right. I think they picked all the right ones, especially because the Advan here, and here is the white version. R33 wins in white, R34 wins in white. This one, I can't put it above the HKS. I have to match it to the black. And then the Advan is cool too. This one just makes for just a nice addition to the white car with dark rims family, which is always cool. And of course the R32 Skyline family. It's just so fun to collect Hot Wheels Premium because there's just so many cool models. There you go. You guys tell me what you think. You JDM fans, of course you're into this. You 90s car fans, of course you're into this. Early 2000 fans. What a cool generation of cars. I have to say, guys, I mean, if you're not into the JDM, I mean, we've seen Hot Wheels move into Euro. We've seen Muscle kind of making a bit of a comeback. A lot of cool stuff. I just hope that sometimes there's JDM haters that, oh, this is dumb, but you've got to appreciate this set. There's a certain art to it in that they all are white. They all have that really cool, just clean Skyline look. I mean, this is a car aficionado set if there ever was one. We've got cool racing sets. This one is all about just the showmanship of the Nissan Skyline, the heritage of the GT-R, and I think it is fantastic. You guys tell me what you think. Thank you, Mattel, for sending this. Like that muscle car set too. These premium sets, and I just saw a preview for another one. We'll preview as soon as we can. Looking super cool. Thanks, everybody. Bye.